One is urgency because we have wasted 2 years doing nothing. We had reached a certain point. We did not do anything for 2 years. So there's an urgency to make up for that time. That is number one. Number two, everybody in the world is getting their agreements done. Because now we are living in a world where the natural rules-based order which gave a certain certainty to the world is not functioning the way it should have functioning. When we started negotiations, we were the 11th largest economy in the world. Canada was the 10th largest economy in the world. We have moved forward. We are now the 4th largest, and Canada is still the 10th largest economy in the world. So, in a sense, our positions have moved a lot. There are certain compulsions. We have certain things which we don't need to compromise anymore because we have opened up our markets. Certain things where we have done a lot of reforms. And so, in this last 10 years, we have moved forward on a lot of issues. We have these issues which we need to address. These are the issues where we need to make sure that both sides are aligned. These are the topics. Earlier it used to be only a free trade agreement. So it was a free trade agreement, then it became an early progress trade agreement because we found that a free trade would not be. But now it's a CEPA, which is a comprehensive economic partnership agreement, which means all issues come on. So you not only have trade, you have finance issues, you have financial flows issues, you have mode 4 and mobility issues, you have investment issues, you have many, all issues come in. So it's a more comprehensive economic partnership agreement. So our terms of reference will be what are the issues that we touch upon. So middle economies like Prime Minister Carney said in his speech in Davos, middle economies which are strong in certain areas, which have commonalities together, should work together to have an agreement which protects them from the vagaries of the international order. So for us, Canada is proud of the fact that it has a free trade agreement with almost all G7 countries.
I extended the invitation to Prime Minister Modi in that context, and he has accepted. There are certain countries that should be at the table for those discussions, and in my capacity as G7 chair, in consultation with others, some others, make those determinations. India, the 5th largest economy in the world, effectively the most populous country in the world, central to a number of those supply chains, at the heart of a number of those supply chains, so it makes sense.
On India, the RCMP said just last year that the Modi government is orchestrating a campaign of violence and intimidation in Canada that includes murder. Why are you inviting him to the G7, and what message does this send about your seriousness or lack of it when it comes to stopping foreign interference?
So let's put the two aspects in context. First is we are in the role, Canada is in the role of the G7 chair, and in those discussions, as agreed with our G7 colleagues, include important discussions on energy security, on digital future, critical minerals, amongst others, and partnerships actually in building infrastructure in the emerging and developing world. There are certain countries that should be at the table for those discussions, and in my capacity as G7 chair, in consultation with others, some others, make those determinations. India, the 5th largest economy in the world, effectively the most populous country in the world, central to a number of those supply chains, at the heart of a number of those supply chains, so it makes sense. And in addition, bilaterally, we have now agreed, importantly, to continued law enforcement dialogue. So there's been some progress on that. It recognizes issues of accountability. I extended the invitation to Prime Minister Modi in that context, and he has accepted.
Do you believe Mr. Modi was involved in the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar?
Well, first off, there is a legal process that is literally underway and quite advanced in Canada, and it's never appropriate to make comments in any respect with respect to those legal processes.
But with respect, if you cannot say no, why invite him here?
I gave with respect, I gave you an answer that is appropriate to someone in my position about an ongoing legal process including which federal authorities are directly involved.
But there is a possibility?
I will give you the same answer to any legal process, and anyone who holds this office, past and future, will give the same answer to any ongoing legal process, because otherwise the individual in this office will interfere.
What is your message then to Canadians who are a bit disturbed or wondering why Mr. Modi is being invited to Canada when there is this legal process that has not cleared him and his governments of involvement in the death of a Canadian on Canadian soil?
My message is that we're a country of the rule of law. The rule of law is proceeding as it should in Canada, and I am not going to disrupt that process.